Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, viewers. This is your host, Aijaz Qureshi, all the way from Toronto, Canada, with today's episode of the Aijaz Qureshi Show. Today, we're going to talk about projecting Pakistan's softer image to the Western world, to the actually entire world. What is going on in Pakistan and why the world has a certain perspective or certain image of Pakistan that need to be softened, that need to be made better. For this, we have invited today Ms. Sadaf Khalid, all the way from Islamabad. She's a travel and tourism consultant, and she runs a company, Walnut Heights Resort, Kalam, KPK, Pakistan, and she's also the CEO of SDG Academy of Pakistan. She's doing so much work for the betterment of Pakistan. That is really, really remarkable. Let's welcome our esteemed guest, Sadaf Khalid. Sadaf, welcome to the show. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you, Mr. Aijaz. And it's an honor to be on your show all the way from Canada, from Islamabad.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we connect the world, and there are lots of viewers with us right now. And I welcome everyone, every single one of you. Thank you so much. And people have already started commenting. Thank you so much. We'll take your comments momentarily. Let's get on with the show, and so that we can find out more about Sadaf and the topic. So Sadaf, before we dive into the show, let me take you back to your childhood. Imagine Sadaf Khalid being like 4 or 5 years old. What is the earliest memory comes to your mind?
The earliest memory which comes to our mind is that I've been traveling since I was a kid, and
Wow.
I would like to share. That is why I know so much. Maybe I know too much about the world and about Pakistan dynamics.
MashaAllah, that's good.
So my first journey was to Karachi. Back then, I traveled with my family in Khyber Mail. That was the first journey. And I still remember it was really fascinating. Back then, it used to take 3 days to
3
reach
days.
Karachi.
That's
And
right.
all those small stations and the stops that we had. And my family, because we're great cricket fans, Pakistani, we love cricket. So we were going for the cricket match basically to Karachi. And
Wow.
my family had planned a trip. So it was really exciting. And that is, I think, the very good memory that I still remember. And I can never forget meeting all the cricket team in Karachi in the stadium. Things were nice. There was no security checks. It was a really great experience then, watching the cricket matches with family. It was great fun. Yeah.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Yeah, I remember traveling on Khyber Mail, going all the way from Karachi to Peshawar, Peshawar to Karachi. It was fun. The best thing I like was the boiled eggs that people sell on the stations, and the chana paratha.
Yes.
So
Yeah. And there was, so it was really great. So there was no internet when I was young. And I used to read books when I used to travel. And when I used to talk to
absolutely
people like
true.
passengers, I was always a traveler. And I don't know, since a kid, I used to talk to strange people while I'm traveling on the stations in the wherever I was going, and I used to learn from their culture, what they do. And I think I always tell people that traveling is an education itself,
It is. It is.
whether it's within your country or around the world, you learn so much about it. And it's a must for the younger generation, that I feel that they're just confined to this. We'll talk about more on the show later, the social media and the internet, how it's transformed the world in a
Sure.
better way.
Yes.
But in some ways, it has restricted also our knowledge and our focus for the younger generation to come. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're right. You're absolutely right. So it's time to take a few comments. People have been commenting. Um, I don't know, from Laia, somebody saying nice. Thank you so much. I can't read your name properly. I'm sorry. Nadeem Ahmed Gujar is our viewer, saying Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you so much. And Sultan Alam is a great, great friend of mine from all the way from Bangladesh, saying, yes, I am with you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for hopping on the show, Sultan Saab. Appreciate it. Amna Umar is another friend of ours from Kevra, Pakistan. She's saying, Assalamu alaikum, how are you, sir? Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Walaikum assalam.
And Zafran Chechibai is from Islamabad, a great, great person, runs Hamari Batak page, and saying Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. And Tazeen Nasreen is with Tazim. Tazim. Hello, thank you so much for hopping on the show, Tazim. Appreciate it. By the way, I like your new 2020 haircut. Thank you. Irshad Ali Jan. You will see Tazim soon on our show as well.
Okay.
Irshad Ali Jan, all the way from Bangkok, Thailand, is saying, Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you feeling now? I'm slightly better, but
Mm-hmm.
as they say, show must go on, and the show goes on. So here I am.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you asking. So let's hop onto the topic, and today's topic is projecting Pakistan's soft image to the Western world. So let's take a step back. Let's define why, in the first place, do we need to do this? Why such need has arisen that we all are working, you and I, and so many others are working towards creating a softer image of Pakistan to the rest of the world.
Yeah, so as I said, I will talk in detail and share my perception on this. So I belonged from the hospitality, the tourism industry of Pakistan. And you've told me clearly I can talk about anything.
You
And
can
so
tell,
I
yeah,
will
this is
openly,
uncensored. Yeah,
yeah.
we have to be candid, we have to
So,
be open so that people
yes,
understand the root cause.
stands, yeah. So the root cause, I'll go back from where Pakistan soft image was totally, it was like affected, was when we went into the war in Pakistan after 9/11.
Mm,
And now that we feel we've been through thick and thin living in Pakistan, we've seen the worst, if I like recall those memories. But and the tourism, like the tourism industry was badly affected.
mm,
And then I would say the Western media, not only the Western media, but our own media. I always tell, and I'm very vocal about it, and I'm very bold enough to say it to our own people. Freedom of speech in Pakistan, unfortunately, have not been used properly.
mm.
There are rules and regulation of PEMRA. There is, there's the institution is there. When you look at all these news channels coming up, like, I'm so busy, I don't watch none of the talk shows, the political talk shows on the TV,
Me
because
neither.
like I'll give an example. On the streets over here in Islamabad, in Pakistan, all over, my driver, my staff, everybody thinks they're political analysts, because
Exactly.
that is what they see and they feel about it.
True.
It's good in a good way, but the way people take it that way. And I will not name a few channels, because I travel a lot, as I said, and I have a huge, you're living in Canada, a lot of overseas Pakistanis, because they miss their home, and on their cable network they have subscribed to few news channels so that they
Mm,
are connected. And
mhm.
when they see the news on those channels, they feel Pakistan is a dangerous country. They
Exactly.
will not let their kids come. They will rather take them on vacations to other countries. And so it affects your minds, it affects your thinking about a country. And since this new government has come in, I give them the credit. A lot of you must have seen, I mean, the need of inviting the bloggers to project Pakistan image was a good move. And now recently you must have seen a report has come that they've said that Pakistan is going to be the top in 2020, the top destination for travel. It's secure. The tourist visa has come up. The e-visa policy the government has launched to more than 175 countries. So what we want to tell not only the foreign tourists, our own people, apne Pakistaniyon ko, we want them to come. Pakistan is a safe country. You can travel, not only for traveling, but what I would suggest, that there are a lot of investors coming in, the trade, the business, the commerce industry. They're excited to come and work. But still, I feel because people just listen what they're shown, that is not the true face of Pakistan.
Yeah, absolutely. Pakistan is so beautiful. I spent 8 weeks up north in the northern areas. I went to China border twice in a week time. It was so beautiful, so wonderful. I did not see any issues or any violence or anything. It's so beautiful, it's so gorgeous. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for that. Let me take a few
Yeah.
more comments. Sadaf, Faizan Khan Ladla is saying, Salam sir, Walaikum Assalam sir. Thank you so much. Safia is with us saying, Hi sir, how's your health? I'm getting better. Thank you so much. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it. And Abdul Salam is saying, Assalamu alaikum sir. Nice to see you. Likewise. Thank you so much for hopping on the show, sir. Sadaqat Mubin is our ambassador of the Aijaz Qureshi show all the way from Islamabad. She's saying, Assalamu alaikum. How's you both? Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. And Sadaf seems to be fine too. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all for your kind wishes and coming online and listening to the show. Because
Thank
what
you.
yeah.
But Khalid is saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, sir. Aapki tabiyat kaisi? Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. Fawad Khalid moved from Dubai to Karachi recently and is my regular viewer. So thank you so much, friends, for hopping on the show. Today we are with Sadaf Khalid all the way from Islamabad talking about the projecting Pakistan's softer image to the Western world. So going back, Sadaf, to the topic, uh, who you think is the sole responsible for creating that worst image of Pakistan? Is it the Pakistani people? Is it the media? Is it the newspaper? Is it us? Who is that? Who would you hold responsible?
Well, that's a really tough question to answer, but I will try to answer it
Sure.
as much as I can because, first of all, the government policies, because again, I would say that there are a lot of elements involved in Pakistan's image, creating this image to the world. They need to be focused. They need to come together on board. The clear message what I would to give from your platform, that we all are Pakistani. We all are patriot. We all love our country. You
Absolutely.
all need to realize why today I am talking live with you and doing this.
True.
Just think about it. Why are people like you? I'll name a few people like Rehan Allahwala, like Mr. Amar Jafri. There's so many other overseas Pakistani. They have opened their web TVs. Even in Pakistan, there's so many web TVs coming up.
Hmm.
And they're talking about just good things about Pakistan. Now, I'll
Absolutely.
just give you an example. For the last 6 months, I've been really busy organizing conferences in Islamabad. And there was a Lift conference. I don't know whether you know about it. A lot of people from the States, from the Silicon Valley came. There were business investors from all over the world. And I saw an interview of one of the Marcos. He's a Marcos Robert. A lot of people know him in the States and is a huge name.
Hmm.
And I saw his interview after the Pakistan trip. And you know what he said? He said when he told his colleagues that he's going to Pakistan, and they said, "Oh, the travel advisory has been issued, and because of the LOC, the tension that we're having with the neighboring country, and why are you going? And don't go, and you'll not be safe." And he said that I've been invited with such passionate people that I want to go and see for myself that what is Pakistan to offer.
True.
And I just met him at the closing dinner of the conference, and his views totally changed when he came from the moment he landed in Karachi to Lahore to Islamabad. He met so many people from the business fraternity, from the government side, from the citizens of Pakistan, and they welcomed him. And his perception of Pakistan completely changed.
True.
So these are the efforts that's happening right now. And I think we all are making an effort in telling the world that. But again, the problem which I would rely is our news channels. They need to change the policy. You know what I've recommended to a lot of news channels and nobody's listening to my suggestions is to start TED Talks on your channels. Invite motivational speakers, invite the people who are doing so much for their country. I mean, I will keep, saying names about social sector, about social activists, about educationists, about the private sector from the hospitality industry, the youth. They're doing so much for Pakistan. And
Absolutely.
and the overseas Pakistani community. These are the people that they should come forward and they should talk on these TED Talks, on these motivation talks, instead of the media just talking about the political situation and their problems. So this is, I think, we all need to think and focus and act on such platforms and talk about it. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, you're right. A couple of more comments came. Let me take those. And Abdul Salam is saying, nice show, sir. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for your encouragement. And Sadaq Nobeen, all the way from Islamabad, is saying, both looking so fresh, mashallah, red and red. Of course, yeah. This
What a
is just a
coincidence.
coincidence. Exactly, exactly.
It's
Well,
the
thank you so much.
it's the Christmas season, I guess,
Christmas
but
season,
still.
exactly. Well, thank you so much for pointing that out. I didn't even realize. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Khwaja Zahiruddin is saying, I cycled from Gilgit to Khunjra
Yeah,
Pass, and celebrated my 70th birthday with 10 UK cycling team. So my club EBR promoted tourism. Excellent, excellent effort. Thank you so much, Khwaja Saab. I
I
really
know Khwaja
salute
Saab.
you.
Yeah, he's a
And
good friend.
at uh, uh, at the age of 70 and biking. It took us from Gilgit. We went by car. I think it took us about 4.5 hours to get to Punjab Pass. And I don't know how long it took you, Khwaja Saab. If you can comment that how much time you took you 11 guys to bike from Gilgit to Punjab. That'd be great. Good to know. But thank you so much for hopping on the show and commenting. I really appreciate it. Umer Abid is my friend all the way from London, England, saying easier said than done. Absolutely, absolutely. People of Pakistan themselves don't help Pakistani people abroad. Now, I'm not sure about that. There may be some sore experiences, but mostly Pakistanis are helping others and they're helping hands. So I don't know about this comment. Would you like to share some thoughts on this, Sadaf?
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, Pakistan's help themselves. Well, a lot of people are like, as I mentioned before, they are in their own capacity projecting the Pakistan's soft image. These days, the priority is the tourism. Like, Pakistan is opened to the tourism, to the whole world to come and see and experience it, and not only for tourism, but Pakistan's government is really, really trying hard for the investors to come in.
Absolutely.
So but again, that is not being highlighted. That is not being told. So people
Yes.
don't know. And a lot of people, it's so funny that because of my Facebook followers and my social media fan page and different platforms, because I'm very active, they're contacting me and they want to do something for Pakistan. So what we are doing from the private sector, we are linking the bridge between the private sector to private sector
Mm,
to encourage them and to come and to see for what Pakistan has to offer.
thank you so much. Appreciate that comment. Ibrahim Rizwan is our friend saying Wajidullah Hassan Raza was. Oh, you're tagging. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really love it. Thank you so much for tagging so many people. Oh my goodness, long comment. Fawad Bhai, I'm going to take it off. Sorry about that. But I'm going to read it to you, Sadaf. The
Yeah.
comment says, one of my Chinese friend told me that most of Chinese don't know what is happening in Pakistan and was suggesting government to hire marketing team to project Pakistan. Most of Chinese don't use Facebook or any other Western social media, and China is a huge market for investment in Pakistan.
Okay, so I'll comment to that. So recently, I also met a delegation, a business delegation who came from China. They wanted
Mm,
to invest in the medical tourism side. And what they told us, because right now, what I would like to share is that across the countries, 43 embassies, the Pakistan tourism ministry, the cultural diplomacy cell have been opened, right?
Hmm.
So
Wow.
that is a good way, to smart move for projecting country to country projection of Pakistan. So I'm sure in China, it's just in initial stages, and the embassies are going to be involved. And I know that Chinese people, they don't use these social media platforms, but because of the CPEC project happening in Pakistan, a lot of the business community, they are coming just for work trips. But I think the Chinese, they're right. It's a nice suggestion. I'll again put it forward to the embassy across in Beijing to tell the Chinese community over there through a channel or through events, organizing seminar conferences, so that the Chinese tourists can come. Because I don't know whether you follow the news in over here. We are talking about Buddhist tourism in Pakistan for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Korean delegation, the Korean monks were here a few months back, and they visited the UNESCO World Heritage Site in Takhbai and the Buddhist sites in the Kalam Swat area as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we are promoting Pakistan for religious culture tourism, and also the Kartarpur corridor. I mean, that is also for the Sikh.
That's a big achievement. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is, I was in Nankana. I arranged a Nankana tourism conference there 2 months back, and it was a
Hmm.
really good response. So things are progressing, but just give us some time. And I think we all are working hard so that people can come for the religious tourism, as I said, and the Buddhist tourism. And Chinese will be really interested in coming and seeing all this over here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that response. One of our friend Wajidullah is with us, saying, "MashaAllah, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate that." Wajidullah is saying, "You're the great. Thank you so much." Only Allah is great. I'm nobody. Wajidullah is saying, "Both looking cute. Thank you so much. So nice of you." Abdul Salam is saying, "What is the daily time of this great show, sir? This show comes at 9 p.m. Pakistan time every single day, except Tuesdays. Tuesdays it comes at 11 p.m. Pakistan time. So thank you so much for asking. I hope we'll be able to see you again." Ibrahim Rizwan is saying, "Both looking very fresh. Thank you so much. Appreciate it." And of course, Ijaz Saab, aap to hain hi evergreen person. Sir, thank you so much. This is not a paid advertisement at all, by the way. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Umair Abid is saying, how can we invest in religious sites for business, like opening a shop or something similar? Any idea?
Well, if they were interested, they should connect. We can connect them to the chamber. We have different chamber of commerce. If they want to come through the government channel or private to private sector, they just need to connect with the right people in order to come into Pakistan and invest. And that is also lacking. I would like to highlight, and we're also working on that. That how is the trust deficit is there because Pakistan. I will not say people don't take them honestly. You know how things are. I will not highlight that. But you need to be connected with the right business forum so that they can guide such people, so that
Absolutely.
their trust is there and they can invest properly. Because I would like to say Gwadar is the upcoming, a lot of things are happening there. But again, I would like to share the experience of traveling to Gwadar myself last year with a business delegation, and what they have done. If people are listening again to my talk through the live show, that over the years, there's Gwadar Development Authority (GDA) have been formed, so that
Mhm.
legal process can take place and people can invest there properly.
True.
And a lot of things are happening. So yeah, so these to be connected with the right people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Sadakat Mubin from Islamabad is saying, "Ma'am, you are doing amazing job. Much appreciated." Clapping as well. So thank you so much, Sadakat, for appreciating. Wajidullah is saying, seconding Ibrahim for his comment that we both are looking great. So thank you so much, folks. You're having fun, and so am I. But thank you so much. Um, Ibrahim Rizwan is saying, "Ma'am, more power to you. Thank you so much. You're giving thumbs up as well. Appreciate it." Umair Abid is saying from London, England, saying, I would love to connect. Been working on Kartarpur, but not able to connect to the Right Biz forum. So now you have it,
Okay.
Umair Bhai. So please do connect with Sadaf, and I hope something works out for both of you. Fawad Khalid is saying, why don't you hire a professional marketing team dedicated to Project Pakistan? You should send them to every corner of the world like UAE does. They don't only work at government level, but they do door to door selling as well.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice suggestion. And I think a lot of people are thinking on these terms. So there will be something coming up for that. And I said the embassies, that is a smart move from the government side. So they have opened the cultural diplomacy cells all across the Pakistan embassies in the world. I think, and that is the right platform so that the trade commerce goes through the right channel from country to country and the cultural diplomacy. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, world is opening to me, Sadaf, because what's going on? When I was traveling recently in last October from Karachi to Toronto, I saw at the airport there's a huge list. I think about 52 or 54 countries who have the capability to get the visa, Pakistani visa on arrival. They just have to show up at the Karachi airport or Islamabad or whatever international airport,
Yes.
present their passport and get the visa stamp. Isn't it nice? I think it's a great gesture. Um, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. I remember they used to say that okay, the Umrah visa is free, blah blah blah. But when you go to the travel agent, they would ask you for $250 here in Canada. I don't know how much it converts into Pakistani, and then we used to get the visa. So initially, I could get Saudi visa for any number of times in a year, and I could go for Umrah. And then they had the restriction put on that no one can get the Saudi visa for 3 years after he got the first one. And now the world has changed so much that now, and there was no concept of visit visa to Saudi Arabia. Now you can apply online to get the Saudi visa. So I got a 1 year visit visa, and I can go
Mhm.
as many times in that year, and the cost was $110 or something like that. Not too
Mhm.
expensive. So the world is really changing, and I think we should change accordingly. All right.
Yes.
So, anything else you would like to add to the topic, or we should head to our next segment so that we can
Uh,
finish on time?
yeah, the only thing I would like and to comment through your platform is you're doing a great job, by the way, and
Oh,
keep it
thank you.
up.
Well,
And the
save it for
people,
the end. I'll ask you about that.
yeah, but I would like to that please, people who are just watching the news channels, don't believe what you're seeing. That
Exactly.
is the key.
Yeah.
You need to come and see for what Pakistan is a beautiful country. Peace has prevailed. The people are hospitable. You'll be delightful to see. Even as a developing nation, Pakistan is offering a lot of good things. A lot
Absolutely.
of good things.
Absolutely.
If you look like 20, 30 years back, and now when I compare Pakistan, I've seen it progressing. Like on a slow pace, but still, we're doing great. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are. Thank you so much for that. And so let's hop on to the next segment, Sadaf, which is U and Q. All right.
Hmm.
You and Qureshi. So Q for Qureshi. In this segment, I'll ask you two multiple choice questions, and there will be a rapid fire round. So I'll give you a
Okay.
word, and then you have to speak out whatever comes to your mind. No censor. Okay? It's just
Okay.
so uncensored totally. But you have to speak your heart. So are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So there is a movie that is being created in Pakistan, and you have been contracted and signed as a heroine in that movie. Now you have to pick a hero to work against you. All right, beside you. I'll give you five names. You can only pick a name from that list. Number one is Fawad Khan. Number two is Hamza Ali Abbasi. Number three is Hassan Khan. Number four is Imran Abbas. Number 5 is Faisal Qureshi. Who you would pick?
Fawad, Fawad
Fawad
Khan.
Khan. Fawad Khan. The cute one. The cute one. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Now you're heroine in the same film, and now you have to pick a side heroine beside you. I'll give you 5 names again. You cannot pick your bestie. Number 1 is Sanam Baloch. Number 2, Mavra. Number 3, Myra Khan. Number 4, Saba Kamar. Number 5, Mehwijat Khan.
Sanam Baloch.
Sanam Baloch. That's cute. She's a very good person. Thank you so much. So, rapid fire. Ready?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Number 1 is home.
Sorry.
Home.
Comfort.
Comfort. Tea.
Hot.
Hot. Air.
Breathe.
Breathe. Horse.
Worse.
Horse. Ghoda.
Horse.
Hmm.
Horse. Okay, sorry. Horse. Riding.
Horse. Riding. Mountain.
Landscape.
Landscape. Biryani.
Food.
Food. Flower.
Beautiful.
Spoon.
Silver.
Silver. Friend.
Honest.
Person. Neighbor.
Good.
Good. Love.
Care.
Owl.
Night.
Right. Donkey.
Dumb.
Pen.
Knowledge.
Mother-in-law.
That's a tough one.
I knew it.
Although I'm single, but I know. I'll skip that. Okay.
You will escape. Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Peace.
Harmony.
Soul.
Innocent.
Innocent. Seriousness.
Focused.
Leader.
Passionate.
Boss.
Motivated.
Black.
Dark.
Driver.
Skip.
Heart.
Heart or herd?
Heart. Heart. Dil.
Heart. Dil. Love.
Love. Pakistan.
Zindabad.
Thank you so much. So that was our segment UNQ. I hope you enjoyed. Lots of people
Thank
enjoy
you.
it and play with us live as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. So friends, now time to take a final message. Before we do that, there are a few comments. Let me take that. It would be unjustified if we don't take those. Fawad Khalid said, you can start special discounts at PTDC resorts for those countries who are far away, like South American countries, and some discounts. Absolutely. PTDC is actually government controlled, and the strange thing is, I'll share my own experience about PTDC. When I landed in Naran, over there, first night I stayed at PTDC, it was very, very expensive. I opted for a chalet, and that chalet was it was beautiful place near to the river, and everything was good, but it was too expensive. And then I moved on to another hotel. So yeah, I think PTDC has to really do something about the rates.
Can I add a comment?
Absolutely.
So to your knowledge, PTDC is being privatized and it's in
Being.
stages. Yeah, so it's in the process and it has beautiful location. And the government is it's going to take another 3 to 6 months. I think hopefully before the summer seasons, it will be handed over to a reliable company which will improve the standards for the tourism flow for the 2020. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Irfan Amrani is with us saying salam, both of you. Alaikum assalam. Thank you so much for that. Abdul Salam is there. Tagging Fawad Khan. Thank you so much. Answering. Thank you so much. Yes. Irfan Amrani with us saying, Sir, heroes में मेरा नाम भी लें आप. हाँ, आपका नाम नहीं लिया हीरो में, वैसे लग रहे हैं आप हीरो. So thank you so much. That was a good one. That was a good one. Habib Ahmed Tatal is saying, Salam, sir. UNQ was awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. So, going back to the final message about today's topic, Sadaf, over to you.
Yeah. So the final message what I would like to give is that Pakistan is rocking country. Do come, visit, experience. For the overseas Pakistani, we are welcoming you for the year 2020. Come and enjoy it as the best tourist destinations. And for the all over the world people who are planning to come, not only for tourism but for business investments, for your business trips, we will be happily be ready and welcoming you to connect. And the government is also welcoming such people so that we all together can make Pakistan a progressive country and the economic conditions should improve in the next few years.
Awesome. That's great. Great message. Thank you so much. Now, a few words about the show, if you like.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much for inviting me, and we are connected, and you're doing a great job. And keep inviting such people that who would talk about Pakistan in a positive way, and people should know about more from their experiences. And invite them and keep on with the motivation and TED Talks about Pakistan.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your kind comments. And we'll say goodbye to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. And we'll hope to see you again sometimes.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take
Pakistan
care.
Zindabad.
Pakistan
Bye.
Zindabad. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, friends, that was Sadaf Khalid all the way from Islamabad. She's working hard to promote the software image of Pakistan to the entire world, actually. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you so much. A few comments I couldn't take live. I'm sorry about that, but I'll take them now. Thank you so much. Mia Amjad is happy. Thank you so much. Arman. Wakani, nice. Thank you so much. Fawad Khalid by saying, can you please connect me with your guest? So she is online. I just message her on the messenger and she would respond back to you. Habib Ahmed Tatal is saying, where can get information about soft image? I have joined at UNQ. So you can go back, watch the recording of the show, and you will be able to find more information. Sadaqat Mubin from Islamabad saying, agree with you, ma'am. Pakistan is paradise on earth. Absolutely, no doubt about it. And thank you so much for hopping on the show, friends. I really appreciate your time. I'll be back again with some other great guest and some amazing topic. Until then, thank you so much. Goodbye.